What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys had a fantastic day today. And today we have the NG model September 2022 releases for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. Really excited to see what NG models has going this month, and hopefully some really good items, as I did see a couple of spoilers throughout the internet. Wasn't able to get this video made immediately, so I apologize about that. But I've not seen the majority of these, so there were just a couple, and I'll let you guys know which one those are once I verify those. But nevertheless, I'm really excited for these. Also, briefly saw the hints, didn't really want to, but I think we do have some US stuff, so I'm really excited to see what this release is all about, and should be another really good one from the looks of it. So I hope you guys are excited for today's video, and without any further delay, let's jump into the releases. So very excited for these. Again, not exactly sure what to expect on these, but I'm sure they're going to be really good. And once again, I also want to say this is still a new setup, looking to get some pictures and things hung up in the background, so definitely expect that as well. But for the moment, still looking pretty good. The lighting's on point and kind of some of the basics. So hopefully you guys are excited for today's video, and without any further delay, let's just jump straight into this. So again, very excited to see what NG Models has this month. It's going to be very interesting, but I think they have a really good itinerary set out, and I'm really excited to see what we got going. So without any further delay, let's get started with the NG Model September 2022 release. This is going to be awesome. Let's see what we got going. So the first aircraft on deck is a Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Colorado 1 livery. I saw the hardtail on when I was going through eBay listings on the emails. I didn't really want to, but I accidentally saw that. So we do have a Colorado or a Canyon Blue one as well. So really excited to see this model now. Gemini Jets did this aircraft back in 2019, I believe November, if I remember correctly. So it was very popular. It was a very popular model, very cool one, and glad to see NG doing different variations of all these aircraft. So another good release, and then to follow this, expect a hardtail, which is going to be awesome. And I did not mean to do that, so I apologize. So let's jump back into the page here, and then we can scroll down to the next aircraft of the September release, which is going to be the Heart livery, I believe. Yes, the hardtail on Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Colorado 1 livery. Definitely going to be getting this aircraft. I'll probably sell my Gemini just to be as efficient with the collection as possible. Good looking aircraft. Really excited to have it in the fleet, and it's going to be unfortunate if it either goes to a MAX or gets split scimitars, but Southwest for you at its finest. So good looking aircraft there. Very excited for it. I think it'll be a very good one. Really excited for that. So a really hot way to start, and I'm excited to see Colorado 1. So now they've done Missouri 1, Freedom 1, Maryland 1, and a couple others. So it'll be interesting to see where they go from here. So good release right there for Southwest. Really like that. That's awesome. Very nice. And an ANA Boeing 737-700, this is going to be Juliet Alpha 02 Alpha November, and then the Colorado 1, of course, 230 Whiskey November. Really nice to see this aircraft right here. I'm sure this will be a very popular one out there in the Japan region. I think this is a really cool release. I don't think anybody's ever done a 700 for ANA before. Could be completely wrong on that, but that's a really exciting aircraft. I think that'll be a really good one. So ultimately, a very good job right there by NG, and very pleased with that effort. So good job right there by NG. That is a cool aircraft. Very nice. Love it right there. And I expect probably another variation as the next aircraft. Yes, this is going to be the retirement sticker. So I didn't know these got retired. That's pretty cool to know. So this is 06 Alpha November, and the retirement sticker is probably this right here, if I had to guess. Let me verify that. Might as well. Yes, so that's the retirement sticker right here. Also, gotta love this computer and the monitor. The refresh rate's so much better, and hopefully you guys can see that as well. And just the flashiness, the internet here is better, so thank goodness. But take a look at that. That's absolutely awesome. So a really nice picture right there, and those will be very exciting for our friends over in Japan. So good job right there by NG. Very nice. And 737-700 star. How about that? Very nice. Let's see what our next aircraft is. United Boeing 777-300ER November 2352 uniform in the Evo Blue livery. How about this? Very interesting release right here. Looks really good. So this will be very applicable for anybody that wasn't able to get that Aviation 400 version that came out, that is looking for this, or the Gemini ones perhaps back in 2020. It's going to be interesting, and this is exactly what we've talked about in previous model release videos over the last 6 months especially, is the competition for these models is just unbelievable, and you guys can see that through the recent videos that I've made. Just all the competition's been unbelievable, and this, like I said, another prime example of multiple iterations of the same aircraft. I believe this is the 3rd or 4th version. I'm pretty sure it's the 3rd, but that is absolutely ridiculous and really shows what the industry is all about. And then Citrus Aviation made a video recently about his Delta A350s. I think he had like 3 versions or something. We're crazy like that, so that was really cool. So just another prime example of it. I love more iterations, and honestly, we have so many manufacturers nowadays. I know in the previous videos I've said it would be really cool if we could see more variety out of the models, but like I just said, we've never seen a 737-700, or at least at recent history as far as I'm aware. So that's really cool. I think they're doing a really good job, and I'm very pleased with that effort. So good job right there. Retailing that's $59.99. Very nice. So it would be a very good aircraft, especially for people looking for multiple tail numbers and molds and whatnot. A really cool aircraft. I like that a lot. Good job. Qatar Boeing 777-300ER, but it's a special Alpha 7 Bravo Echo Echo in the 25 years of excellence. And oh, come on, really? we're looking for a normal livery. Everybody's begged for it. I'm not here to criticize, but I know how many people want a normal livery, and you put a sticker on it. If the next one's not a normal one, I'm going to be very disappointed because, come on, just do the normal one. People want it. I might even buy it. People want it so bad. I don't know what to say about that. That's tough. I really hope the next one's a normal. I'm going to try to be as formal about it as possible, but man, come on. Let's get a normal livery already. I guess you could take nail polish remover, but please let the normal livery come next. Please, please, please. Yes! Yes! There it is. Bravo Echo Delta, please tell me it's a normal livery. Yes! Yes, I'm not even a Qatar fan, but I know how many people are going to appreciate that. That's absolutely awesome. Okay, disregard the last statement because I was really frustrated there because you guys saw the Southwest and the ANA. The normal one is first. So I was about to lose it right there, but very pleased that we finally have a normal Qatar Airways Boeing 777-300ER. It has been a very long time since we've had a good mold. Adequate color, that is awesome. Very good job by NG for finally doing this. It's time, yes. I might buy this aircraft just for the fact of how cool of an airplane it is. It looks very clean, and I know multiple people are going to be really happy about that release. So, great job by NG. About made me really frustrated right there, but luckily not too much to be frustrated with. And the microphone, I think, was a little high on volume, so I apologize about that. But hopefully that sounds good. So, wow. Dang. I cannot believe it. It's finally here. The Qatar 777-300 in the 400 scale by NG. Yes, I know a lot of people, especially from that Middle East region or that have ties there, like Aviation, are going to be very happy about that. So, good job, NG. That was needed. Very pleased with that effort. Very good. Very good. I was about to lose it on that 25 years of excellence. I really was. I was about to be really frustrated. Okay. Regaining some composure after that. Let's see what our next aircraft is for September. Norwegian Air UK 787-9 Dreamliner Golf Charlie Kilo Whiskey Bravo in the Action Stekton livery. Okay, this is a really cool looking aircraft. Again, it's unfortunate what's going on with the Norwegian. Still really cool airline, or what they have done, and I'm not sure what the future holds, of course. But I really like the tail as well. I think the tail looks really good. So good job by NG. Really cool aircraft, and I think that'll be very nice for anybody in Europe looking for that wide body, especially trying to build on that fleet. So really nice job right there by NG. That is a good aircraft. Really good right there. Very nice. Really applicable. Very nice. Air Tatiti Nui Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. This is going to be Foxtrot Oscar Tango Oscar Alpha. Okay, I really like this release right here. So, I don't think that there's been many great Air Tatiti Nui releases done recently. I think Gemini might have done a variation of this at some point. Could be completely wrong on that, but I'm sure that this is going to be a highly desired aircraft, especially after... I don't know if they retired the 340 yet or if they're getting close or what the situation is, but I'm sure that this is kind of the follow-up to the 340, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to be very excited about this. I like the design here in the back, too. That's really nice. So this is a really cool aircraft. I really like what NG is doing with this release. I'm sure it's probably, not like a Qatar 333, but it's also not a bad release by any means either. So good job by NG. That's a cool one. I really like that release right there. That's very nice. Also, the escape button on my keyboard's over here, but I have my mouse right here, so that's why you may be seeing me jump back and forth. So just a little clarification on that. But looking really good right there. That's awesome. Very nice. Okay, MIAT, hopefully I say this right, in the Ghanaian Airlines, Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. This is Juliet Uniform 1789, and this is the first 787-9 for this airline, which is really cool. And let's take a look at what it looks like. I have no idea. I like that livery. That's very clean. So, of course, you got some yellow here in the front. You got their titles right here. You got the logo on the engine right here as well. Then you got the yellow in the navy stripe right here, the L4 door. Really like this. This is a very clean livery. I really like what they got going with this aircraft, and that's a really cool livery. Again, don't know too much about this airline. Apparently, this is their first Dreamliner, too. So, really good job. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be interested in that. So, excuse me. Very pleased with that. I think that is a really good effort. Very nice. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Alrighty. Eager to see what the next one is. This has been interesting so far. Alright, here we go. Next aircraft on deck is a Vietnam Airlines Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner. This is Victor November Alpha 874. Okay. So this is going to be a very popular aircraft, I would think. Now, I think Gemini and maybe Phoenix have done this. So this goes straight back to what I was saying with the... I'm forgetting what plane it was that we just had, that the United 333. So pretty much a very similar situation here, but I'm sure the NG Models version will be very good. So if you're looking for this aircraft, highly recommend getting it. I think it's going to be a really good one, and I'm excited to see what this aircraft's all about. So good job by NG on that release, and that should be a popular one. So good job right there by NG. That's a nice release right there. Very nice. $57.99 on that 7810 as well. So additional $2 from the -9 variant. Very nice. And another one, this one is going to have the 100th aircraft sticker. So going back to this unique principle, this one looks good on it. I really like this, and it's not too big of a deal. You can barely notice it anyways. So this would be very helpful for anybody that's looking for this aircraft down the line that needs it and wasn't able to get the normal one. So that's a very helpful release, and I like what they're doing there. So it kind of contradicts what Aero Classics does by doing different tail numbers. So it's an interesting principle. I like both of them. I think they're both good options. So good job there by NG on that. That's a pretty solid effort right there. I like that effort. Very nice. I like this effort too. JetBlue Airways Airbus A321 November 905 Juliet Bravo in the balloons tail. Okay, so really excited about this. I did see a JetBlue plane. I had no idea what it was. I did not expect it to be the A321 with the balloons. That is really clean. Probably not one for myself, but I know that there's going to be many people that are going to be very excited about this, and quite frankly, I don't blame them. I love the look of this aircraft. Maybe one that I come back for in the future. Just the combination's very clean, you know. I like the IAE engines opposed to the Neo with this tail. I don't know what it is. It just looks cleaner to me. But this is a beautiful airplane. I really like it, and this is going to be a hot seller. So good job by NG for releasing that. That is a really cool plane. Very pleased with that effort, and that is really nice right there. And I think there was multiple 9s in the hint, so this is probably not the only JetBlue plane. So it's going to be interesting to see what we have next. So let's see what it's going to be. Is it going to be another JetBlue? We'll have to see. Yes, it is. It is the Prism Airbus A321 November 965 Juliet Tango with the first built US 321. Okay, so that is interesting to see them do a re-release of this. If you guys don't know, back in July of 2020, NG did a Prism tail, and that was the 948 tail number. So I'm just sure CLT13 and various other JetBlue collectors that have a huge focal point on this are going to be super happy about this. Hopefully this version has some better QC compared to the previous one, because the previous iteration definitely did not have the best QC in the world, but it will be interesting. This will make for a good comparison for anybody that wants to do it, because the previous NG models release had the previous mold before they not necessarily completely scrapped it, but kind of changed it up. So it'll be interesting to see how this one does. This is going to be an interesting plane. I think it'll go well. So very excited to see that. That should be interesting to say the least. Very nice release right there. That's awesome. Very nice. And then are we going to have another one? No, we're going to have a Condor Airbus A330-200 Delta Alpha India Yankee Delta. And this is in the green tail. So, interesting release. Phoenix, of course, went on a huge tear. Sorry about my chair. On the 321s particularly, a couple months ago. So, it's interesting to see. This one looks pretty good, I would say. So, for anybody looking for a Condor 330, this is a good time to get one, especially with an applicable mold. I think this is a good aircraft. And it'll be interesting to see what this one's all about. So, good release right there by NG. I think that's a cool aircraft. And that one should do pretty well. So cool aircraft, and that is 5599. So nice plane right there. That's very nice, very clean, very good. And then following that, we have another one, and this is the blue tail. So now we have the Delta aircraft. I like the blue a lot. I think the blue looks really good on this. Again, very simple livery. This is another really good custom model project if you're looking for one of those. So that's a really good aircraft right there. Really like that, and that is a good aircraft right there. So very nice right there for Condor. That's really nice. Really like those releases. It's going to be interesting to see if we have another one. Let's take a look. And we most certainly do, and this is the previous livery, or technically speaking, the temporary livery, and this is the Charlie registration. Let's see what this one's about. That's an interesting temporary livery. I didn't even know they had that. That's really interesting. So this is a hybrid between pretty much their new livery and the old one with some different colors and whatnot. Good looking plane. Again, if you really want a custom project, this is probably the airframe to do it with. This is a really easy teardown. So good job right there. I like that aircraft. That's a good purpose. I like that. So 3 Condors. Let's see if we have any more or what our next plane is. It's going to be interesting. I'm eager to see it. And yes, we do. This is the beige tail, I think is how, hopefully I said that right. And this is also the same tail number from the previous one. Yeah, beige. I think that's what I was trying to say. That is kind of a brownish, tannish, yellowish kind of thing. It looks more brown to me than anything. But interesting color right there, to say the least. I think it looks pretty good. Again, interesting livery situation for Condor right now, but that's despite the point. I think it's a good airplane for anybody looking for that in any Condor 330s. That's going to be very helpful. So excited to see another iteration of that from NG. So good job right there. That's nice. Very clean. Very nice. Are we going to have a 5th one? No, an American A330-300 November 277 Alpha Yankee. How about this? First American A330 in quite some time. NG did one about 3 years ago, and then the last 300 NG did, or sorry, last 300 American that was made would have been the Gemini in 2015. So definitely one that I think that's been well needed. I think this is a really good release. I'm I don't know what I'm going to do about this one because, of course, this was an interesting stint in the American Airlines fleet. Probably will get it simply for the American Airlines collection, even though I already got the Gemini. But this is a good-looking aircraft. Maybe I'll sell that Gemini too. I don't know. But this is a really good aircraft. I think this will be very helpful for anybody looking for this. And while it's unfortunately retired at this point, I still think it's a very big purpose for the American Airlines fleet. I didn't know if this was going to be US Airways or what it was going to be after seeing that 27 prefix, but yeah, that's awesome. Really like that release. That's a really good one. Good job, NG. That's a cool release. So interesting to say the least, but I think that's a good choice. So good job right there by NG. That's nice. Very applicable. Very nice. And then after that, we got China Eastern A330-300 in the China Telecom color scheme. So Bravo 9569. And the aircraft, I like that livery. That looks really good. I don't know if it's promoting like sharing items or whatnot because of this share icon, but this is a cool looking livery. I really like this for China Eastern. So that's a cool plane and nice seeing them getting the variety in there. And for the China Eastern collectors and China Southern collectors, you guys have had more than enough planes. So hopefully your guys' collections are growing nicely, even though you guys are probably on different social medias. But hey, it's all good. So very nice right there. That's awesome. And following the China Eastern, we have an Airbus A350 1000 with the Qantas sticker on it. Nice. For Project Sunrise, Foxtrot, Whiskey, Mike, India, Lima. Very nice. This is going to be a helpful aircraft. Sorry that it took up more of the screen there, but this is a really cool aircraft. So now I have to count everybody. It says, I think JC's done it, Phoenix has done it, Aviation 400, and I think now NG and will Gemini do it. I don't know. We'll have to see, but goes back to what I said in the beginning of the video. Yeah, but this is a really cool one. I think NG's version will be really good. That CGI kind of messed up the door, so rest in peace. But I really like the Qantas sticker on it. I think it's a really cool plane, especially for our Austrian collectors that can get quite a few models. I think they do really good with the Austrian market for Gemini, NG, and Phoenix, Aviation 400, JC Wings, all those carriers, or all those manufacturers, pardon. This is a really cool plane, so I really like what we got going there. That's a cool plane. Excited to see that. It's a really good release. Good job right there by NG. That's really nice. Okay, let's see what's next. This has been crazy. Virgin Atlantic Airbus A350 1000. Nice. Golf Victor Echo. Very nice. And this is the Fearless Lady livery. Okay, so this looks really good. Of course, you got the little sticker up there on the front. Everything else is a normal Virgin 350 1000. I really like the aircraft. As there goes my chair. Very pleased to get to see it released. I think that, I think Aviation 400 and maybe JC Wings or Gemini or somebody else did this recently too. But I think this will be one of the best versions of the aircraft. So highly recommend picking it up. I believe this is Virgin Atlantic's first 350 that they've ever done. I think this is a really good release. So good job right there. That's a really cool plane. Excited to see that. That'll be really nice. Very clean. Very good. Very nice. Air China Cargo Tupolev TU-204-120S in the old color scheme, Bravo 2872, and this is going to be the longer variant, of course. So another very applicable aircraft for anybody that's looking for this variant. I think it looks really cool. Really like what they have going with the livery and everything. Very simple, and it looks really good. So good aircraft right there. That's really nice. Good job right there by Air China Cargo and NG. Very nice. That's it. Oh, future releases. I did see an annotation about this, but I didn't know what was going to be going on with this. So I haven't seen any of these as far as I'm aware. But yeah, they must have just took Gemini's thunder on this. So now we have future releases from NG. So this is going to be interesting to see what they're going to do here. Perhaps this is a strategy to keep them from delaying planes so much or something like that. This is going to be interesting. So let's go into these. It's going to be interesting. So I'm eager to see what we got going here. And this will be in the future at some point. So let's take a look. This is going to be interesting. I'm very eager to see how they're going to do this. This is going to be interesting. I don't even know what to say. This is really interesting. So let's see what the future releases hold. A British Airways L1011-200 Bravo Hotel Bravo Romeo. And this is going to be the Queen of Elizabeth II visiting China in 1986 livery. Okay, so first and foremost, just huge, I'm trying to think of the best word to encompass all these details. Consistency and everything to everybody that unfortunately was either affected or anything along those lines. It's just such a sad event, of course, in recent history and recent time. So just huge prayers for you guys and everything. And it's so sad. Queen Elizabeth, I thought it was that 96 years. I think that speaks for itself. That's kind of the first thing that comes to my mind. That's crazy. Very interesting to see NG doing it in this format. I think it makes sense because they probably won't be able to do it immediately. But I think this will be a very, very let's see. This will be a very critical aircraft for anybody that's looking for it. I think it means a lot for them to do this. I really appreciate their efforts on this. Interesting format, though, to say the least, because usually they would just put it in the normal releases. But hey, I think this is a really cool format to do it. So very interesting. And again, I don't know if this is a chip at Gemini or what the deal is, but I think this is a very good aircraft to do this right here. So really appreciate that. And again, this is big time to commemorate the life of Queen Elizabeth II. Crazy. What can I say? That's crazy. Very nice. And we do have another one, and it's going to be Lufthansa A350-900 in the Clean Tech Flyer livery, Delta Alpha India Victor Delta. So I guess they'll probably just throw these into future releases, but this one is slightly different from the previous livery. This is one of the new 350 liveries that they have. I think it looks really good, especially this part of the tail. I think it's very interesting. So really excited to see that. Hopefully that'll be coming maybe by the end of the year perhaps, but I think that's a cool plane. So good job there by NG. That's really nice. Very good aircraft. And in Alaska, 737-800 in the SW Special Color Scheme. And I think this is going to be Star Wars. November 538 Alpha Sierra. And let's take a look at this aircraft. Looking good. I really like the design on that. That's really cool. Take a look at this. This is really cool. Definitely will be a pickup for me in the future. Not right now, though, because obviously it's not even out. So this will be an interesting aircraft, and I'll be excited for this. So this will be very nice. So excited to see that right there. Also, guys, do keep in mind that these aircraft will not be coming in probably for at least a couple months at the earliest. So if you do order with a retailer, please be patient with them because they won't be getting the aircraft. And feel free to contact them and ask if you have any questions, or I'm always happy to answer your guys' questions too. But we're at least a couple months out at the very earliest, probably closer to half a year or so. So keep that in mind, but it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. So good future release right there as well. Very nice. Following that, we have a Southwest Airlines 737-800 in the Tennessee 1 livery, November 8620 hotel. So this pretty much tells me what that NG is doing is every new livery that's coming out, they're just going to make it a future release now, which I think is a really good way to do it because Gemini just throws in future releases, and this is no problem, of course, but they just throw in future releases that are more random, so to speak, but they do like the Medal of Honor and whatnot sometimes, but NG's now encompassing more breaking stuff immediately, then adding it into lineup. So I think this is a cool way to do it because in the past, like the Alaska One World, they did put it in the first release right after, but unfortunately it got delayed for months on end. So I think this is a really good way to do it so that you don't have to delay it. It's just whenever it's ready, they can make it. And that's exactly what they did with the newly new livery Tennessee one, the newly painted Tennessee one. That's what I was looking for. So this will be really exciting. Getting a couple months. I think it's going to be a really good aircraft, and this will definitely be a great replacement for the 737-700. And it'll be interesting to see if they ever put on a MAX, but I think 800 is pretty good for now. In fact, that aircraft's probably only like 7 years old, so hopefully they'll keep for a while on that, so I don't have to buy another one. But good looking aircraft, and you guys as well. So I'm excited for that. That's going to be really good. And Air New Zealand A321neo oh my gosh, I can't even talk today. Zulu Kilo Oscar Yankee Bravo. There we go. And then Star Alliance livery with the black on it. How about? Oh wow! I didn't even know they had that. That is really nice. Dang, that interests me. So Air New Zealand's black livery's already been cool as it is. I was even thinking about getting that 777-300, but I didn't even know they had Star Alliance on it. That is really cool. Take a look at this tail as well. That is a very cool plane. I'm not interested in too many foreign narrow bodies, but that would have to be one of them because that is a very cool aircraft, very applicable. Really like that. That's a great release right there. Excited to see when that's going to come. And we're already down to 6, but I still think this is really helpful. And talk about my thoughts more here in just a minute. Let's go through all the aircraft. Okay, that's it. So a really solid release here from NG. The variety, it doesn't get any better than this. Words can't describe how awesome this is for NG with the variety. Sure, we still lack some South America stuff and Africa planes. Well, Middle East was represented very well today. So I think this is still a very good release. I have a really hard time complaining with any of the elements in it. Very thorough, and hopefully I really like the future release for NG. I really like this new innovation, or I don't know if you'd call it an innovation, but this new sector for them, because this is going to be, because they could have definitely thrown the Southwest in here right now, but it probably would have been like Freedom 1 and all the other aircraft that got delayed. So this is a really smart idea, and I think this makes it a little bit more easing on the customers so they don't have to wonder when it's going to come in. I still expect some of these to get delayed. That's just the reality that we live in with NG, which is perfectly fine. But nevertheless, this is just a really solid way to do this, and I'm very excited about this. So this is an outstanding release. For me, Colorado 1, possibly the Qatar 333, the American 330, maybe one of these JetBlues. I'll probably lean balloons since I don't have that, but I do have a Prism. I could replace the Gemini, but if it's going to have to be really good for me to think about that. American 330, like I said, and this Virgin Atlantic would be cool, but probably not. Future release-wise, these two at the very least, and Air New Zealand really does interest me, so I like that aircraft too. So possibly that as well, but for sure, Southwest and Alaska. This is really good. I really like what NG has going here. This is a really good set. I mean, I'll just leave it on this Qatar because this is a really applicable airplane for many collections. Very glad to see that, and I think that'll be a really helpful asset for anybody that's looking for it. I really appreciate what NG's doing with these efforts, and I think it's going to take them a long way in the years to come, especially with the future releases. Again, like I said, it really eases back on pressure for them. I think that's going to be very helpful because when they're ready, they can throw it in, and hopefully they wait till they're legitimately ready and don't have to delay them farther than that. So I really feel like this is the best way for NG to handle it. I feel like this was a really good choice by them, and I'm really excited to see what's going to come out of this. So really, really good release. I mean, the variety is outstanding. I would be very shocked if anybody couldn't find somebody to buy an aircraft from this release because there's literally a little bit of everything. Like South America collectors is the only concern I would have. Even from the Middle East, if you were in Africa, I'm sure there's quite a few cities where this beautiful Qatar 333 flies, so I'd be surprised if you weren't able to get that. And probably the Vietnam too, and some different ones. And I know United just announced service to Dubai, but I think it's going to be on 222. But still, though, this is a really, really good release. There's no complaints. I'm very impressed. Maybe perhaps a little bit more Europe in the narrow body sector particularly, but I mean the wide body's most certainly covered, even though it was just variations of the same two airplanes. But that's still really good to see, especially for those niche-based collectors. I think this is a really good set. No complaints. I'm very pleased with their efforts right here. And then the BA too. That's got to make you guys happy as well. So ultimately, I think this is one of the best releases yet. Definitely, probably, I would say probably 9 out of 10 simply because no South America traction. But this is an outstanding release. Really excited to see how this is perceived. And I would highly recommend buying these from the Midwest Model Store if you're looking for a good retailer to buy these from, because they always do a really good job in their shipping, customer service, and everything that is encompassed with a model airplane retailer. So I would highly recommend buying them from there. They do a really good job, and feel free to use the discount code in the description for that too. But ultimately, a fantastic release. Cannot complain with this whatsoever. This is an outstanding set of model airplanes, and I think that they did an outstanding job. So really, really pleased with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, really good airplanes in here, and I'm excited to see what all you guys are going to be thinking about buying. Again, very balanced release, really solid set, and a lot of very applicable airplanes for our collections. Very pleased with that, and there's no complaining to be had. This is an outstanding release, especially that Qatar 333 is huge among the other airplanes in here. Really good job. Very pleased with it, and I thoroughly hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So with all that being said, that will do for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.